What's up, guys? My name is Caden. Welcome to this track out video. It's the Super Formula at Hockenheim. But first, we need to appreciate something. Gotta appreciate this fire cut my barber gave me. Sheesh. Ice in my veins. So, here at Hockenheim, it's going to require a lot of commitment on the brakes. Very much more commitment on the throttle compared to last week at Watkins Glen. So, just make sure you're precise on your throttle application. Getting your wheel back to center so you can put that throttle down. Track limits are a bit special here. We'll go over them per corner as we get to them. So coming into turn 1 here, you got mint this corner, or else you lose some time. You lose about a tenth if you don't mint it. So see right here, I'm lifting off the throttle, doing a small brake tap. Here's that brake tap in real time. Really fast. You see how fast that is? So you need to do it really fast. Get back on the throttle. You do not need to scrub off much speed for this corner. If you have a prolonged brake application that's like maybe 3 or 4 times what I did there, you'll lose like instantly like half a tenth to a tenth. It's actually really annoying, but start doing it about just before the 50. We're going to turn in around at the 50. So just before, right there, turn in. Here, we're going to need to cut this baby really hard. So coming up, going to go on a far chase here. This is how much I'm cutting it. The great part about this curb, it looks like it bounces the car, but the car maintains a decent bit of stability on exit. Be careful though, occasionally, if you hit the curb wrong, if you lift up your left side tires a bit too much, the car will rip up in a bad way and send you flying towards the inside wall. There's a few ways where the car doesn't pop as much. This is the way I took it for this lap. If you cut it too much, there will be a slowdown. So just be careful of that. Going on to the exit here. Keep it pinned. That braking earlier is the only braking you need to do this full corner. So I do believe it's middle of the car. So right about here. Edge of this curb. And then as we come up, just start getting your car back across. Actually, it might be edge of tires. I'm not too sure. These things change all the time in iRacing between these tracks. So don't exit too wide here. If you exit too wide, you won't be able to get back on track enough in time. So coming in. Just make sure you're getting back before your tires cross this, because all of a sudden the track limits just change right here and you'll get the off track if you're not back. So you can't push that back past last corner too hard. If this box right here wasn't there, the corner would be flat easily. So gonna be coming down to turn 2 now. Yeah, turn 2. So we're gonna be braking really hard, and then we're gonna be releasing to make sure that we maintain nice speed. So brake right around here. This just before the 100 at this concrete right here. We're gonna try to reach our max pressure by there. So brake hard, brake. Can try to use the curbing. Then we're gonna start trailing off once we get to the speed we want. Gonna be trying to hit this apex here. Try not to hit the curb. If you hit the curb, it'll pop your car and you'll just lose grip and lose time. So we're gonna keep going, hit that apex. At the apex, we're gonna try to get back on that throttle there. Make sure that we're slow enough so we can pop on that throttle while rotating. We're going to try to straight line this exit for grip. Be careful the car can be a bit inconsistent. Sometimes you might have the grip, sometimes you won't. Off race fuel, you might not have the grip for this flat if you take the corner like that in on race fuel. Can run all the way wide. I prefer to stick mid track. It gains me a couple hundredths, so it's up to preference. Try to keep it far inside. It's just extra distance. Okay, coming down into turn 6 here, the hairpin. We're gonna be holding this curve. It'll gain you some time. Just hold it, and straighten up. We're gonna spot our braking here. We're aiming to brake just about before the 100 to at the 100. So start your braking, reach your peak pressure really fast. This corner is on the limit of braking if you brake at the 100 most of the time. Sometimes you're not, sometimes you are. It's a bit finicky. So combing down the gears here, just trying to get down as fast as possible. We're going to be going to first gear. Turning in here, I prefer to keep my tires on the inside of the curb here. So what's that mean? I don't like going over this curb here. Even being like close, like right around here, the car will start to bounce up and down, and it'll just be really, really annoying and just super annoying because you're max lock here. So now you're messing with a bouncing wheel. Just annoying. I don't like doing it, and then you really need the traction on the exit. We're gonna do a late apex here for throttling. Gonna be coming on the power, nice and smooth. Waiting until we start straightening out our wheel. Get our wheel back to straight, and then we're gonna get to power. So play this corner. You might feel a bit of like rear locking. That's what I've been feeling a bit through this corner. Coming on the exit. Careful, the sausage curb can kind of cook you. It'll just bounce the car on exit. You don't want that. I prefer not. I've been not using all the curbing on exit. I kind of want the rear grip, and the curb just takes away a bit of grip. So coming back down to cockpit cam, we're gonna be making our run down to turn 8 now. Hold it right. We're gonna be aiming our braking to be at peak pressure by the end of this curve, start of the paved portion right here. So end of the curb, coming in, a little bit of a slide here, got a bit of rear locking. We're gonna want to mint this apex here, so try to hit that apex pretty well. Just don't touch that sausage curb. You really need the grip on this exit too. This exit, key, because the next cornering is gonna be crazy. So coming out, not using much of the curb on the right because you're just turning right just to turn left, and that's just taking up your grip that you can be used for your braking. So coming in, brake. I like to exit mid-track. You really want to get left here, and if you exit far right here, you might not be able to get the car over to the left because you want to get to this apex or get to this curb here, and then you're going to start your right turn. This corner, sometimes it might be possible flat depending on your exit from the last. It's really, really on the limit though, and it's really long. I popped the curb here. I turned in a bit too early, so I lost a bit of my acceleration and a bit of my grip. I'm using the throttle for rotation, so I do not destroy this lap either. So full speed. It's really on the edge here. Try to not go over the sausage curb. It'll bottom you out. So just be really cautious about this corner. It's one of the most difficult ones on this circuit. Coming into here, I really like referencing off of these tire marks. Let's see, yeah, but so I'll try to reach my start braking right about when I'm alongside those tire marks. So start my braking. You can sometimes use this curbing. I didn't in this lap. Sometimes you can get away with it. We're gonna want to get on throttle really early. So just about when we reach that the start of that curbing, we're gonna get on throttle. Here, on exit, I believe it's middle of the car for this green line here. So you could use all this track, and you should be using all this track, if you really can. So try to push the car to get to that point. You make sure you're using all the track to the left, of course, on the entry. But we're gonna come in, throttle. Make sure you get back right. There's this surface coloring change here. We're gonna try to brake just before that. Brake just before it. If you brake too deep, you're gonna hit the banking and then you're gonna slide up it, and it's gonna be really annoying. So we're gonna brake. Really quick brake. We're gonna get to our peak pressure and then we're gonna trail off, because you do not need to scrub a crazy amount of speed. Trailing in is banked here, so you don't want to hop up. You don't want to get on this curbing here, because it'll just put the car like this. You won't have the banking to slide against, and your diffuser is gonna stall. It's just not going to be generating anything. So coming in, hold. Gonna pop on throttle. Just after this green wall stops, I'm on triples, so what I use is I can start seeing the exit and seeing the corner kind of flatten out. That's what I like to use. It's a lot of feel as well, so we're gonna be throttling. I take a lot of exit here. I honestly didn't really want to use this much exit because I just snap, because of the curb just kills the car. Then we're gonna keep this straight. You want to try to aim and go as far left, but this next corner is so lit on the limit of the grip. It can be really, can kind of fall victim to not getting all left, which I kind of do here. So we're going to do our turn in. Make sure you're braking lightly. If you brake too hard, your car is just going to become unstable, and you're going to either overslow or spin. So we're lightly braking, using a bit of throttle to even out the understeer, and then we're going to pop the throttle real quick, get to power. If you exit onto this curb here, it will bottom you out and you will lose your lap time, and you will also die. Not really die, but you'll just lose your lap time, it'll off track, and then you won't be able to turn in until the curb ends. So, gonna lift a little bit here. We're lifting for rotation, and then we're getting to power before we reach that curb for the apex. Then we're gonna get a full power when we're just about done with the corner. Same rules as earlier with that other right-hander. You can use all this track on exit, and we're gonna get back. So that was a lap of Hockenheim. I do coaching services for $15 an hour. My Discord link is in the description. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments or DM me on Discord. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.